In the second part of our special series, we speak with Andersen Air Force Base historian Jeff Meyer to learn more about Operation New Life. Later this year, to commemorate the U.S. humanitarian mission, the United States Navy Memorial will dedicate a replica of the lone sailor on island. The statue, one of less than 20 in the nation and only the second outside the continental U.S., is a tribute to those in sea services. The statue will symbolize the lasting relationship the Vietnamese-American community has with the island, her people, and the military services who provided them with care and administrative assistance. In this special three-part series, we will feature episodes about Operation New Life.
When the story of this war comes to know
the nation won its freedom after 132 years.
So in the 1970s, we had the fall of Saigon.
Yes.
And thousands of refugees were brought through Guam.
Right.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the role that the military had?
Well, when it first happened, all the refugees were actually supposed to go to the Philippines. But President Marcos didn't want them there. They already had it all set up at Clark Air Base. But then they said, suddenly, Guam went on kind of a short notice, like all the refugees are coming here. And also Wake Island, the 15th Air Force took some more at Wake Island too, but not as many as it came here. So the Navy and the Air Force both were working very hard to make bed down for these guys.
How long was the turnaround from when they got notice that we're not accepting them in the Philippines to we are going to divert and we're going to Guam and Wake?
According to the After Action Report and some of the Stars and Stripes newspapers from that time, I think they only had 4 or 5 days notice.
Do you know how many refugees we had, at least at the first wave?
Well, the first wave were mostly just aircraft. The ships would come later. The Midway Battle Group came, I think, about a month later. But the first initial wave on 23 April 1975, it was a 747 that came in here loaded to the brim with refugees, yes.
So I know that thousands of refugees were processed through here. Do you know exactly how many, and why was Guam chosen as the area to process them?
Over 112,000 arrived either on commercial airlines or military cargo planes or U.S. Navy and some actually civilian cargo ships. Over 109,000 of them were processed right here at Andersen Air Force Base to go out. I guess because Guam is a U.S. territory, it was a safe place where they can go and we can go through and do their paperwork and make sure they're clear to go all the way back to the United States. Naval Base Guam had a huge tent city built on Arodi Point on the airfield there. I think they could hold up to 50,000 refugees there. I think they got up to a max of 35,000 at one time. The other big one was Assen Beach Park, where Assen Beach Park is. That used to be the U.S. Naval Hospital Guam's annex.
Yes, and that's actually the War in the Pacific.
Yes.
What we know at the National Park.
Right. And around that road, there was actually dorms or hospital dorms that were basically made out of wood and tin. The other large place was up here at Andersen in Tin City, and we had a couple of the tent cities up here also.
And I know that there were probably, a total of 12 sites where we housed the refugees.
Yes, actually some companies actually helped out and had little camps and stuff inside their areas, so there was actually 12 areas overall. This is the location of Tin City, and this is where we built corrugated steel buildings for the maintainers during Arc Light and Linebacker 2 operations. So when the refugees came here, they were converted to hold all the refugees. In fact, this is the last, probably the remnant of Tin City, was these stairs that head up now to the new USO and the top of the rock here. Besides that, there's also these bumps And you can see how large this field was. Like, I forget how many buildings were here, but they go all the way back to where the golf course is, almost all the way to where ArcLight Boulevard is here.
So we talked about April, that's when they started coming.
Right.
Right? And it may have only been a few months, but it was such a significant event.
Mm-hmm.
When did the operation, I guess, conclude?
Conclude was the last airplane that left here, I believe, on August 23rd, 1975. And it's in our paper showing the last person getting on the aircraft and everybody saying goodbye to her.